Good evening. It is the afternoon, August the 6th, and I was just getting in from church. I decided to come out here and check out my garden. I didn't get the chance to get out here in the garden earlier today, and I was looking at my pole beans. This is a pole bean that's growing up. It's actually on the trellis like this. And as you can see, it's spreading to this both trellises with my tomatoes on them. And these are Kentucky Wonders. And I came out here just to check them. I try to train them to grow up instead of just all over the place. And as I was moving some, I saw that I had a lot of beans. And I don't know how I managed to miss these, but it's quite a few on here. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest them. Whole beans grow more flat, unlike the bush beans, which are a little bit more round. But these are beans, they're not peas. But if you let them sit on here long enough, like I did a couple, you can leave them on here to kind of dry out, and they will be, you can open them and get peas from them. But I'm just going to harvest them today and kind of let you see when you should harvest them and when you have let them go too far. And I harvest them, they grow, let me see if you can get me a little close here. This here is a little kind of small, but if you can look right here, by this finger right here, these are 3 different sizes. This is a normal size, this is a medium, that's a tiny baby one. These are the little seedlings that they grow from. And if you just look at them without paying any attention, you won't see them. But if you move the leaves, oh, you'll definitely see them. That's how I managed to miss them. And they're all over here, and there's some down here. They're kind of all over. So, I'm gonna pull one to kind of show you. And you just basically pull them straight off. Let me get over here, kind of down here on this little tart. It's not hard to harvest them at all. But this is one I let sit a little too long. You should not be able to see the actual pods inside. But you just snap them straight off actually. I actually can just, if you twist them, they actually come out easier. This one is about right. I always say about 4 inches long. As you can see, this is definitely well over 4 inches. It's definitely wider. You can see the individual pods. I've let this one sit on there a little too long. This one is actually perfect. If you let them sit until they're completely dried out, you can actually harvest them for seeds for next year. But I'm gonna go ahead and cook them anyway, just the way that they are. But again, they're facing this way, but if you just turn it, it'll come off real easily. This one is a really long one. But I'm gonna see how many I get off this plant. There's a lot of babies on here. But they're definitely hiding. Here's another small one. This is definitely too young. This one here is a little too young. But I'm gonna watch it. This is one that's almost popping out, as you can definitely tell. This has been on here too long. And this is longer than the original one I pulled. It might be a little bit crispy, but we're gonna try it anyway. There's a few down here. Yeah, that's a couple. I'm gonna let those stay. Let me go in here and try to hide. It's not a whole lot, but I definitely want to get out here and pull the ones that are out here, because they're definitely growing at different rates. Before they got too big, they hide all over the place. So you kind of got to take your time and find them. Boy, are they trellising everywhere. They're down here. Okay. There's a couple more. Only other thing I want to tell you about the pole beans versus bush beans anyway. Bush beans grow in a big bush and they kind of grow a lot of pods at one time. Pole beans like to grow up. If you look at, I'll show you this one, they kind of wrap themselves around. You can train them to, I just actually started this one to going this way a couple days ago. This one here did it on, this one did it on its own right here. I didn't want it to choke my tomato plant, so I kind of kept coaxing it over here, but onto the trellis. But they naturally want to grow up, as you can see, to the sun. And if I don't have anything, they'll continuously grow up, eventually get heavy enough and weigh themselves over. But they definitely need something to grow attached to. A trellis, a fence, a pole, which is why they're called pole beans. Basically any kind. And there are a couple variations of beans, but pole beans usually grow yellow and green. I definitely have the green version. Yellow ones, if you have the yellow ones there, they grow just as good. I've never personally ate them, but they grow just as good. But that's just it. I just wanted to kind of come out here to show you the difference in them. Had I known these were growing as fast as they were, I would have probably came a little sooner. But these are about the proper size they should be. They're about 3 to 4 inches. These are about 7 inches, and they're definitely, you can see how thick they are, and you can see the individual pods. If I were to open this up, I'm sure they would have a snap to them. They used to call these snap beans. You would hear a snap, and as you can see, you can almost see the pods in them. So if you have some this size, you might as well either let them grow to harvest them for seed. You can't eat them. I'm going to eat them regardless. You can't eat them. They're just going to be a little bit more tougher to eat, but they're not, I think they're just a lot more tasty when they're like this. You shouldn't actually have to see the actual the peas inside of them. But that's just it. I noticed when I was coming home, just move them out of the way. Like I said, they do hide because the pole beans, a lot of bean variations grow a lot of leaves and cover them up. So you will have to just come by and brush and check, every couple days, and you will see some. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab these last few. But that's it for today.